Yeah, it's a UFC 270 preview show right here on the Ringside Report Network. Freddie's here. AJ's here. Let's do it.
Let's go!
Let's go! I said let's go. What's up, guys? Yo.
You're rocking the house with that DJ, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I like
The
that
budget
song.
went up, man.
Oh, man, that was a good one. Apparently, the lyric, he's like, dip, 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 dip. And it sounds like, to me, it sounded like, alt-right, yeah, alt-right, yeah, alt-right, yeah. But apparently the lyric is don't fight back. But I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, Fred?
I
You like the
never guessed
music?
that.
You hear me well? Because I feel
Yeah.
I'm choppy.
You are chopping out. Are you with us, Fred?
Yeah, you're like,
Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Right off the bat,
there
we're
he
losing
goes.
Fred. Fred problems. AJ, what's going on, man? We
That's
lost
rough.
Fred already.
Not much, man. Freddie again, man. He's always going down for the count.
Damn.
Listen, man, that was pretty good, man. It was finally a good intro. It's not all that, like, one time you had, like, this weird elevator music, and then one time you had, like, I don't know what the hell it was like, music from Newfoundland or something. It was, like, weird stuff. But now you're getting into some good stuff. And believe me, I love Newfoundland. Don't get mad at me. I don't want anything from Newfoundlanders, man. I'm actually been screeched. I've been to Newfoundland I drove from Porto Basque all the way to St. John's. 800 kilometers.
You tell the same stories a
Angelo
lot,
would know.
eh? It's like same stories over and
I
over.
said it already.
Fred, you
No,
all right?
no,
You
I
with
never
us?
said that one. Freddie, you okay, bud? There he is. Look at that.
I don't know. Now we can't hear him. What's happening with
He's
Fred
voguing?
tonight?
What's happening over there?
I don't know. Fred's got strong internet. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the device that he's on. I think he needs a new device. Hit us up on Super Chat so we could get Fred a
What's
new
he do
device.
his car races, man?
I don't know what's going
Like,
on.
seriously, he's on the car races. Damn, it's me and you, Dave. I don't know what to say. What are we talking about? Oh, yeah.
Well, UFC 270 is this weekend. We do have a watch-along coming up this weekend. Hopefully Freddie will
I
be
can't
with
wait,
us for
man.
that, and everything will be good. You might be here,
It's gonna
AJ,
be
for
crazy,
that.
man.
I don't know. We'll see.
I know I'm going to be there, man, for sure. Damn right I'm going to be there. Listen, who doesn't want to see this 270? You know, like, this is ridiculous. I mean, it's not like, when you look at it, like, they lost a lot of people because of COVID and whatnot. But, you know, a lot of people are complaining, like, this is not the best card out there because Dana White wants to mess up Ngannou so he doesn't get all the money for this pay-per-view, blah, blah, blah. I was listening to this shit all over and over. But, man, when you look at the card, man, it's pretty decent. You know, I'm even happy because one of our Montrealers is going to be there.
Mhm.
And I was thinking about this, Dave. Think about this. If I'm not mistaken, when Ciryl Gane won his championship belt in Montreal, okay, wasn't Charles Jourdain on the same card with him on that fight? And here they are, 4 years later, when we said, damn, that Ciryl Gane is going to be a future heavyweight champion in the UFC. He wasn't even in the UFC, but we called it, man. Pull up that picture so people can believe this shit. And then we were talking about Charles Jourdain, and he was like, wow, man, this kid is so good. And here he is, man, fighting at UFC 270. And I couldn't be prouder because we called that, man. We called that shit 4 years ago. We saw him live. We saw him win the championship belt. And you know what? Not to take it away, like, you know, like, when you think about it, Patry, man, he actually did something good. He's brought quite a few people to the UFC, starting with George and so many other guys, man. So many guys that had a run through TKO that made it to the big show. And here we are, man, 4 years later, the Ngannou versus Ciryl Gane. You know, it's going to be a crazy, crazy fight. But man, I'm not changing my opinion on what I'm gonna say like soon. So unless you want me to say it now.
Charles Jourdain and Ciryl Gane did actually fight on the same card, TKO Fight Night 1. It was Ciryl Gane's first pro fight. Charles Jourdain was also on that card. It was his 8th pro fight on that one. And that's actually happened before. They've fought on the same card before. Charles Air Jourdain will be coming in on short notice against Ilya Tupuria coming up on Saturday night, UFC 270. Freddie is back with us. You can hear me, Fred?
Freddie!
No, but we can't hear Fred. I don't know what's going on.
What's with the
We still
technical
can't
team,
hear
man? What's
Fred.
going on?
I don't know. Uh-oh, now we lost Fred completely. Whoa, hold on. Now we got Fred. Fred, I
Test.
can hear you now. There you go. There you go.
Fuck
We can hear you.
shit.
What is happening?
I got no clue, man. No clue.
All right. Well, hopefully everything goes well
A
for now.
lot of curse words. Man, today's
Oh.
been a lot of curse words for me, man.
No,
It's a tough one.
What?
having a bad day?
Wow.
No, I just came back. Like I had to go to work at my buddy's office, and I came back and I decided to listen to our Premier Legault, his press conference. So I just started cursing a lot.
Oh, I didn't even
I'm
know
kidding.
he did one today.
Oh, he
Yeah,
always
he did.
does one.
Was there anything special?
I
There
don't
was
know what he
nothing out
said.
of it, anyways.
No,
nothing.
We're still, nothing new. He's still an asshole.
Oh, I agree.
So-
I'm with you
so
on that.
basically the restaurants-
100%.
The restaurants are not open. The gyms are not open. Like everything that
Exactly.
like
So let's
would make life
let's talk
like
MMA.
life again is not open. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Don't
Fred,
come
you
here
missed
if
what
you
I
wanna
said,
live.
man. Fred, you missed what I said. We were talking about like Ciryl Gane fighting for the championship belt, which we called 4 years ago. But I said when Ciryl Gane won that belt at the TKO championships here in Montreal, if I wasn't mistaken, Charles Jourdain was
No,
on
he
the
wasn't.
same card.
He
And
wasn't.
Here, he wasn't on that card?
No, that was not the title fight. What I was just telling you is that in Cyril's first pro fight at TKO Fight Night 1, Charles was also on that card. So that was the one time that they fought
okay.
together on the same card. But after that, they didn't fight together on the same TKO cards. But this is another fight in the UFC now.
I'm going to butcher his name, and I'm going to apologize. I remember when Cyril defeated Kung Fu Panda, Adam Ditska. I'm not
Ditchka,
too sure
yeah.
how you...
Right, yeah.
Ditchka. I remember we interviewed him, and we told him, like, you know, this loss, it's a bad one, but, hey, this guy might be something one day, talking about Ciryl Gane. And this is what Ciryl Gane is today. Like, he's a champion, and it's going to be a great fight this weekend. I'm hyped for it. The only thing is, I feel both of you are, like,
Uh-oh. Damn it. He was
Oh,
going
no.
to tell us
what
what
were
we
you gonna
both
say,
were.
Freddie? I was like,
shot.
Sorry,
Yeah, what?
we're both what?
did he just
Oh,
say
he's
shot?
back. He's back. We're giving Francis
hear
no
me?
shot. Yeah, we hear you. We're
Yeah.
giving Francis no shot is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, and I think you're wrong on that. Like, I'm going to pick Ciryl Gane to win also, but hey, if Ngannou pulls it off, I wouldn't be that surprised. Like, Ngannou has crazy power, and if Gane decides to trade with him, Ngannou only needs one big shot to knock him out, man.
Yeah.
Only one.
No, you're 100%
Yeah, but
correct.
that's the problem.
Fred is
But
100%
that's the
correct.
problem.
And, you know, Fred is I feel the same way, Fred. I think that, look, Cyril is a great fighter. He's very good. I believe that he will win, but you can't discount the power of Francis Ngannou, who can end the fight with one punch. Francis is saying that he knocked out Cyril accidentally with a head kick in sparring years ago, and he's saying that, you know, Cyril's saying that didn't happen, and his coach is saying that didn't happen, but who knows what happened in sparring and the training together and all these things that we've heard about and all the stories won't matter a damn thing on Saturday night when they step into that octagon and the UFC heavyweight title's on the line. That fight, that night, is the only fight that they've ever had that actually matters for something. And yes, Francis can definitely knock out Ciryl Gane. I think Francis has the ability to knock any man on this planet unconscious, but I think you think like I do. Cyril is just too fast. He's just too quick. His footwork is too good, and he's got power as well, and he's just a ridiculous athlete for his size. You know, Ciryl Gane is an interesting character. And I think, you look at guys Cyril's size, right? In America, if you are born Ciryl Gane's size, and you are as athletic and you have the mobility of a Ciryl Gane, you probably play American football, right? Like if you're a guy like Ciryl, you're probably a football player. But because he's French and born in France, that body type doesn't really lend itself to soccer, and American football's not that popular there. So somehow we found this freak athlete in the UFC heavyweight division that for a long time we weren't really seeing, because a lot of these gigantic dudes would wind up playing professional football because that's where the money is. But Ciryl Gane is a different type of athlete, and Francis Ngannou as well. Very athletic for his size, but Francis reminds me of kind of the older style of UFC heavyweight. He could crack, he's gigantic, he's big and strong, but there are holes in his game, whereas Ciryl Gane seems like a new version of heavyweight where he's super athletic and there are zero holes in his game. He's got no weaknesses, and that's why I think he's going to win, because he's going to fight a more tactical fight against Francis Ngannou, and it may not be the most entertaining fight. Like, I think this could look a lot like the Jairzinho fight, where a lot of people were disappointed in Ciryl Gane because he didn't put Jairzinho away, and people said it was boring. But when you're fighting a guy who's that powerful, you got to stay away, you got to land your shots, you got to use your skills, you got to use what makes you special, and that's the mobility. And Jairzinho wasn't able to get his hands on Ciryl because he was too quick and his movement was too good. And I think we might see a similar fight to that. We see a lot of Ciryl Gane fights ending by decision against some of these top-level UFC heavyweights. The Jairzinho fight, the Volkov fight, even Tanner Boser went 3 rounds. He was able to finish Junior Dos Santos. He was able to finish Derek Lewis in his last fight. But I think this is going to be a very technical fight from Ciryl Gane. I think he avoids the power of Francis Ngannou. And I think he wins a decision. I'm going to go with Ciryl by decision. I could see it ending by knockout, but I could see it ending by decision. But I could also see, Fred, to your point, Francis Ngannou knocking Ciryl out, because in any Francis Ngannou fight, if there's not a piece of you that thinks, well, he could knock this guy out, you don't really know MMA, right? Like, if you're watching the UFC and you don't think Francis can knock a guy out, any guy out, you're not really paying attention.
Look, you know what, Dave? You've got a good point. And I was listening to the interviews both of Ngannou and Ciryl. And then when you were talking, like when they were interviewing Ciryl, he brought up a good point. He says, a lot of people are talking about power over technical skills and power over technical skills. We heard that all the way through. I even heard Chael Sonnen saying the same thing, who was going with Ciryl Gane, and he changed his opinion, and now he's going like Ngannou for the win. The thing is that Ciryl Gane said it best. He goes, you know what? People are talking about power and technical. He says Ngannou is not only about power. The guy is technical. He has a good IQ, man, and he also has heart. And then people talk about me being technical and fast and whatnot, but he goes, don't forget, I've got power too. And that's the thing with this fight. This fight is going to be a fight not based on one-trick ponies for each, man. It's not that Ciryl Gane doesn't have that power and he can be like very loose and get away and whatnot and be able to play his game from the distance. I don't think it's going to happen like that. I really think that it's going to be a fight that's going to be, it's going to go the distance. I really think you're right, Dave, that it's going to go the distance. I really don't think, in my opinion, it's going to go to the decision. Why? Because Freddie said something. He said that Ngannou has power behind that punch, which is absolutely true. If he connects, that power bomb is going to knock you out. But he's got to do it for 25 minutes. And the history of Ngannou is that he can't last 25 minutes. If he found out some solution or some power pill to be able to go 25 minutes, he's going up against an elite athlete, like you said, with Ciryl Gane. And that's where his advantage comes in. And 25 fight is going to be in the advantage of Ciryl Gane. The first 2 rounds, man, that power bomb is coming. You know it's coming, and I don't think he has enough, even though, man, you know what? I'm looking at like a lot of like different podcasts and whatnot, all going towards the Ngannou route. Like this week, like for some reason, everybody changed the tide going Ngannou based on this power punch. You know, Ciryl said it best. He's not worried about the power punch. He knows that Ngannou has more than just that power punch. But what he doesn't have is that stamina to make him go for a 5-round fight. And I think that's going to be the difference at the end. I think he's not going to win by decision. I really think that Ciryl is going to win by TKO, going to the latter rounds. That's in my opinion.
Well, Stipe Miocic fought Francis Ngannou in 2018, could not finish him, went 5 rounds, beat him by decision. So Stipe, beat Francis. And then you look at what Francis did afterwards. He had the Derek Lewis fight. It was awkward. Francis seemed gun-shy. And then he made the necessary adjustments, and he's won 5 straight fights now by knockout. Curtis Blades, Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos, the 2 kings of the heavyweight division, the former kings. Jairzinho, he knocked him out. Cyril went 5 rounds, beat him by decision. Only took Francis Ngannou 20 seconds to beat Jairzinho Rosenstrike. And then, of course, Stipe Miocic in the rematch. Francis made those adjustments, fought way better takedown defense, way better everything. Looked like the best version of himself last March and knocked out Stipe Miocic in under 2 rounds. Like, that was something else. Fred, are you still with us? Can we hear Fred? No, we can't hear Fred. Again, we lost Fred's audio. I don't know what's happening.
Freddie, I don't hear you.
Yeah, we lost Fred's audio.
Freddie, no words.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Listen,
But, you look at the turnaround from Francis Ngannou from the first Stipe fight to the second Stipe fight. You look at who he was in the first Stipe fight to the second Stipe fight, completely different fighter. Much better. Much improved. And that's the guy that's coming into this fight against Ciryl Gane. It's a dangerous man. This is a guy that hasn't been defeated since 2018. This is a guy who's won 5 straight fights in the UFC by knockout, including knocking out one of the greatest of all time, Stipe Miocic, in his last fight.
Yeah, but let's not forget something, Dave. Let's not forget Lewis. And that's the magic word right there. Lewis beat Ngannou. Ciryl beat Lewis. And you know what? Let's not forget that. Yeah, he's been on a winning streak. You're absolutely right. But if you're looking at who he's fought as well, he fought guys that were coming to the end of their career as well. Jairzinho knockout, man, that's what's going to happen when you walk into a Ngannou power punch. If he's able to connect, it's over. That's the difference with Ciryl. He's not going to be able to throw that power punch and connect as fast, man, because I'm telling you, the distance, the range that Ciryl is going to have on him is going to be able to defend himself from that power punch. The only thing that I like what Ngannou said is this. He says, you know what? You could be as good as you want, but until you fought a real wrestler, you really don't know the game of MMA. Where he said that Ciryl hasn't fought any wrestler up to this point. He says if he fought Curtis Blades and whatnot, then we can talk, that he knows the real game of MMA. But he brought up a good point, Ngannou. Ciryl has never fought anybody who's given him the challenge from a wrestler's point. But right now, Ngannou is not.
But Ngannou's not a wrestler. And Ngannou's not the guy that's going to wrestle him. So it's not really relevant to that fight.
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing. But you never know. Maybe
I'll tell you
exactly what he needs to do.
But Cyril's shown some good ground skills. He's got a couple wins by submission.
I think he has 3 submission wins, if I'm not mistaken.
Sorry, Fred, go ahead.
I'll tell you why I give a shot to Ngannou. Is I like that, like Dave said, I like that performance against Stipe. I felt like he fought smartly in that one, and he had a good performance. It went more than 1 round. He paced himself. In the second round, man, he was like very strong, and he finished Stipe. So I feel like Ngannou, if anything, if he comes in with a similar game plan where he paces himself, doesn't go all out for nothing, because I feel Cyril's going to want to counter hit. He's going to want Ngannou to swing and miss and then hurt Ngannou. I feel like if Ngannou plays smart, man, he's going to be in it. And this fight is going to go a couple of rounds. I could see it going a decision, but I could also see, like AJ was saying, maybe Ngannou slows down, and that's where Cyril finishes him in like round 4 or 5. But I'm gonna go with Cyril by decision mostly because I feel like it's probably gonna be a similar. He's gonna have a similar game plan to when he fought Jairzinho.
Yep. I think it's going to be a very similar fight. I like Cyril by decision. Francis is definitely dangerous. You can't ever count him out of any kind of fight. But, again, I think we lost Fred again. Oh, no, we have Fred. All right.
No,
I'm
he's
just
there. I can
nervous
hear him
now.
slurping.
Yeah. I was like, uh-oh, did we lose Fred? I'm getting nervous, Fred.
No,
I don't
heard
want to
the
lose
slurp,
you
man.
again.
got no
was
clue
there,
what's
man.
happening.
He's good.
But
But
yeah,
listen, you know what? I was listening to Ngannou, and he was talking about, like, this whole thing about the video and all that kind of stuff, like you were talking before. And Ngannou was like, "What are you talking about, man? I came in to, like, come and train for a fight. Cyril was fighting at that point, and we were fighting. We trained together. We trained maybe like 6 sessions together, whatnot. So it's not like they were training all the time. So is it true? Is it not? We don't know. I mean, But at this point, Nagano's like, I don't really know Cyril. Like, I don't know him personally. I don't know anything about him. I don't have a beef with him. Cyril said the same thing. He goes, I have, like, nothing bad to say against Ngannou. I mean, they're basically both saying that the media hyped it up to make like some kind of rivalry and whatnot. But when you look at both these guys, like, they're both very respectful fighters. I mean, like, Ngannou, man, he has like probably millions of people in Cameroon ready to watch this fight. I mean, this guy is like, he's like a king in Cameroon. And, that's the thing. I mean, they're both fighting for, like, their family and their country. And Cyril said the same thing. He goes, I'm fighting for France. I want to bring MMA to France, like, it's so important for the up and comers and whatnot in the French fighting scene to have someone that can, like, open up the doors for them and whatnot. So listening to the interview, I really think I don't know, man. Like, the video that they showed and whatnot, it's just a regular sparring session. And I know that we were tipped off that apparently there was a knockout that happened at a training session, which could have happened, man. Like, Cyril has this devastating Muay Thai kick to the liver, man, that can put you down. And who knows, man? But it's going to be tough, man. This is going to be the toughest fight for either fighter, man. It's going to be ridiculous. But I'm still hoping that Cyril gets the win, which I think, I'm not changing my plans from 4 years ago, man. I think he's going to win this. He's going to win the UFC heavyweight champion.
Yep, and it will be pretty good because we have been telling you for a very long time that Ciryl Gane is a monster, and he's come in, and as soon as he made his debut in the UFC, it was on. 2019 and now 2022, he's fighting Francis Ngannou, his former training partner for the UFC heavyweight championship. We're all going with Ciryl Gane to win. AJ, your method of victory was what?
It was TKO, man.
And I'm going to go with the decision.
Or stoppage, either or.
I believe, well, what's the difference? TKO, knockout, what do you mean? So you're saying...
Like, I'm not saying that he's going to be a clear-cut knockout. It might be a ref stoppage or whatnot. But,
sure.
In the 4th or 5th round, I think that's how he's going to win. Either or.
Right. So you got a knockout. And I will tell you what, over at bet99.com, you can go with Ciryl Gane by knockout right now, plus 200. Ciryl Gane by decision, plus 275. So a little $20 over at bet99.com. $20 on Ciryl by decision gets you $75. That's pretty good. Seems like a pretty good outcome right there. And Ciryl by knockout, Ciryl by KO at plus 200 is not a bad payout either. $20 gets you 30. $20 gets you 60, which is pretty good. So either way you slice it.
I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say is that we all went with Cyril, right? I mean, I think out of all the different, like, sportscasters and podcasters and whatever I've been listening to the whole week, I think we're the only show that's actually all three have gone with Cyril. I'm telling you, man, everybody's gone the opposite way. Everybody
surprised.
has gone towards Ngannou. I'm
Well,
shocked too. But
Ciryl Gane is the favorite right now, minus 155. Francis Ngannou plus 125. And I remember a few weeks ago we were looking at the odds. It was a pick'em. I kind of wish I put some money down when it was a pick'em fight. Now Ciryl is a pretty solid favorite here, minus 155. I see Patrick C. Hamilton on the chat. He put 30 down. What did you put 30 down on, Patrick? Was it straight up Ciryl Gane to win? Was it by decision? What did you put the money on there, Patrick? I hope you come through. Patrick, member of the team. Angelo,
was it on Giga, man?
Angelo, member of the team as well, checking in. Shout out to Patrick. Shout out to Angelo. Silent by Deadly. Brooklyn Lizard in the chat. Thank you, everybody, tuning in live tonight. Of course, we got Brandon Moreno versus Deiveson Figuereido in the co-main event of UFC 270. We'll be watching the pay-per-view live with you here 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday night. We didn't do too well last Saturday. Did we all take Giga Chikadze for the win?
We all picked.
A lot of people were taking Giga Chikadze. He was a pretty solid favorite going into the Qatar Calvin Kattar fight there. And he lost pretty bad.
But that's rare for us.
It was rare.
Dave. Like,
surprising.
Honestly, Fred, like, I think every time we go like 3 for 3 with the same fighter to win, we've never lost until Giga.
Mm-hmm.
And Giga's out like indefinitely right now, man. This is the first time, man, that we've lost.
He got beat up
Giga's
quite
gone,
badly.
Man, he's on indefinite health suspension.
Mm.
Whatever that means, man, it means it's not good. It means Giga won't get the money he was hoping to get.
Yeah,
Giga didn't do too well.
And Fred's parlay almost came through there. The Team Fred parlay almost came through. You had what? Chukagian, Court McGee, right? That was a nice underdog pick on the prelims by Fred. That was a sweet one. Chukagian, and then you had Giga, but Giga lost. Me and AJ's parlays were terrible last week. It was not good.
We got blown away right away.
And I'll tell you what, I didn't like his reaction. Giga, he went on and say after the fight, he said I could beat this guy 9 times out of 10. You just got manhandled, man. Just don't say nothing, man. I mean, after that performance, man, don't tell me you could beat him 9 times out of 10. That's stupid.
That's right.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Did you see his face? I mean, it's ridiculous. And I mean, look, there's times when you gotta look back and say he was the better man. He fought way better. I tried to give everything I can. I mean, unless you have some kind of excuse because I had COVID the week before or I didn't sleep a couple of days because of, I don't know, whatever. The TRT didn't kick in. But, man, it wasn't his best fight, and it's he was a true loser right there.
Yeah, okay, but also Calvin Kattar looked amazing, and I think you got to give it up to him for having the Max Holloway fight, getting totally pieced up by Max Holloway, taking a year off, coming back a year later and looking fantastic. This guy made the necessary adjustments, changed some things, came back way better. So you could say whatever with Giga, but I don't want to knock Giga. I just want to say Calvin Kattar looked amazing. Patrick C. Hamilton says he bet on he put 30 on Gane to win when it was a pick'em a couple of weeks ago, so I hope that comes through for you,
man.
Patrick. It should.
I hope that comes out, man.
Yeah, Angelo saying Team Dave's parlay didn't come through last week. No, it did not, but we went pretty hard on Caitlin Chukagian by decision, which did come through, which kind of put us up in a good position last week. I had Chukagian in a major way by decision because she beat Maya by decision 2 years ago, and I thought they're basically the same, so yeah, that's how it goes. Caitlin's not going to finish her because she's not much of a finisher. She usually wins by decision, and she's one of the top fighters at 125, so she'll for sure win, and she did. It was a unanimous decision, all 3 rounds, 30-27, all 3 judges. And AJ had Jennifer Maia for some reason. I don't know why you were going there.
Look, man.
But Chukagian was my lock of the night last week, and she came through. So that was good.
Look, man. I thought Maya was going to do a lot better. I mean, I thought she was going to look back at that first fight and realize that she needed to be more aggressive to win that fight. Really put the pressure, take her to the ground, and do what she can with her submission skills. Again, She didn't do that. And I'm like, you know what? As soon as that fight started, I'm like, oh, man, here we go. That's it. AJ's parlay is down the tube. But I really thought she was going to come out with a better strategy. But she did it, man. She fizzled out. And no, that it's done, man. And I'm surprised. I thought she was going to come out with the simple thing. Be aggressive, get up against the cage, take her down, and control her by the top game. And do what you do best. Submit. Didn't happen.
Chukagian is Henzo Gracie jiu-jitsu person. She's legit.
Well,
you're not messing with her.
Defense was amazing.
Yeah, you're not messing with her whatsoever. Come on. She's one of the best in the division. I'm very impressed with Chukagian. Only the top 3 or 4 in the division can beat her. Even then, tough. All right.
You live and learn, man. You live and learn.
Coming up here
Look,
this
we
weekend.
went with Gian Vellante.
What? Gian Vellante wasn't fighting
Remember
this weekend.
No, but I'm saying, how many times did we go with Gian Vellante for the win, and we got burnt? Like, you live and learn. You realize that.
And that guy who we're very unimpressed with, whose biggest win came over Gian Vellante, Jake Collier. Yeah, he won in the first round, submitted Chase Sherman. That was also a bad pick by us last week. Hey, sometimes we do bad picks. Sometimes our picks suck. I think
that was our worst parlay ever.
Yeah, last week was really bad, man. It was brutal. It hurt. But overall, somehow I came out on top because of Chukagian by decision, which was a good little value pick on that one. Sorry, AJ. But this week, I think we're going to come through big time because I've got Ciryl Gane, and I think Ciryl Gane by decision, too, is a really nice value bet for this weekend. Gane by decision. And we'll give you some parlays as well for this weekend. Brandon Moreno versus Deiveson Figuereido. This is the rematch. This is the trilogy fight. Third fight in a row for these guys. December 2020, June 2021, and now January 2022. Third fight. First one was a draw. Second fight, Moreno finished Figuereido in the third round with a rear naked choke. And Moreno looked amazing in that last fight. I'm pretty confident in Brandon Moreno coming through again and getting the win over Deiveson Figuereido. I don't know if he submits him again. I think that might be tricky to do, but it's possible. I could see Moreno finishing Figuereido, but I could also see this one go in the distance. But I got Brandon Moreno. He was much improved in that last fight, and Figuereido saying, well, I wasn't ready in the first fight, and I wasn't ready in the second fight. In this fight, I'm going to show him I'm ready this time. It's like, God damn, man.
Well, the first fight, he had some truth to that, because if I'm not mistaken, he spent the night in the hospital and came from the hospital literally to the fight. There was so many things that were going on with Figuereido at that time that was not good, but it still came out with a draw. But that second fight, man, forget it, man. That is a totally different story, man. Viva Mexico, man. The first Mexican-born champion, and I'm happy for Mexico. He's a true fighter and a true A-class guy. Because we were just listening to the press conference just before we started the show, and there was sort of a rant between Moreno and Figueredo, and it was kind of embarrassing. I was listening it with Freddie, and I said, Freddie, man, I'm embarrassed because Moreno was basically saying to Figueredo, listen, why are you talking trash and everything? You're actually a really nice guy, and you're a good guy, and I know you, and you're a good guy, and why are you doing this? It's not good. And to me, that shows one thing. It shows a level of confidence, because that level of confidence, from Moreno, he seems like he has the upper edge. It's like Figueredo's trying to be some thug and trying to talk trash, and Moreno's like, you're not that guy. Why are you doing this? Let's fight. And I don't know. I just think Figueredo knows that he's going into a disaster for this third fight.
Oh, damn it. We lost Fred again.
Oh,
Fred's
no,
audio
Freddie.
again.
Oh, man, I don't know if you heard me when I said that, but it sucks, man.
No, he heard
but
you.
Anyways,
he heard you.
It
It's just
really,
his audio keeps dropping out. I have no idea why. We got to get a fix.
Did he pay his bills or what, man? What's going on, man?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's an IT guy, too.
Hey, he's back now.
I don't know, man.
Hear me?
I just want to say, my headset, I keep hearing you guys.
Yeah.
And this is connected to the same thing, so I don't know why this is stopping all of a sudden. I'm not convinced. of
Maybe
anything.
we need
But
a new
anyways.
headset. I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, that's the headset I take every week.
Yeah.
I think
But
when
it's
you
been-
change camera, I seem to.
Is that it? You think? Hold on.
I don't know.
It's probably our
Hold
competition.
on.
man. It's our
Let me
competition
test
trying to take
something.
us down.
Let me test something.
What
Fred,
do you want to test,
can I
man?
hear you? Let me
COVID.
talk to me, Fred.
Test.
Yeah. All right. Now hold on.
Test.
Hold on. Fred, you still there?
Test.
Oh yeah, you're still
Test.
there. No, that's not it.
I don't know, man.
That's weird.
I
It's
got
a weird
no clue why
thing,
it stops.
but it has been happening over the past few weeks, Fred. I don't know what's going on. We'll figure
Blame
it
it on
out.
COVID, man.
We'll figure
Blame
it
it on
out.
the COVID. Freddie, it's got to be the COVID. You got COVID, and this is the shit that happens. It's
Fred,
part
who
of
you-
the side effects.
There is some feedback though now, Fred. There's like a something. It's almost like something else is on. Maybe you have two mics on and one of them's turning off or something. I don't know. It's
Why
weird.
would I have two mics?
I don't know. I don't know. It's bizarre.
I restarted my phone and everything, man. I don't
Yeah.
know what to say, man.
What kind of phone you got?
I'm going to tell you
iPhone.
what it is.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you what it is, Freddie.
How old's your iPhone?
It's very simple.
You're gonna blame my iPhone being too old?
Yeah, it might be an old iPhone. It's time to get an
No,
upgrade.
no, no. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's Freddie, like, trashing, like, the Vaxxers. It's the Twitter going after him. It's Legault going after him. He's got all these people, man. For all you know, it could be the RCMP, like, bugging into you.
AJ's
Who
got
is
a,
this?
AJ's got a new conspiracy theory going.
It could be, man.
Who is this Freddie Garcia? I'm going to find them out. Let's check out this show, Ringside Report. Let's see if they don't say, let's go Brandon
Yeah,
or anything
so-
like that.
So Brandon, let's go Brandon Moreno.
That's right.
He has 2 wins on Figueredo, so of course he's gonna feel confident. And Figueredo, I don't know, man. That
He has
whole
one
like
win.
acting.
He has one win.
Yeah, but that draw, everybody thought he
Oh,
won.
it was a
Like,
draw.
so-
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but if you look at the fight, I rewatched it and I'm like, man, Moreno had that fight.
Mm.
Like he should have got the win on that.
It was close.
It was like it was close, but like if you have to give like an advantage, like in jiu-jitsu, the advantage went to Moreno on that fight.
Hmm.
But look, we're not there.
Figueredo's been
I think adult.
Sorry, Fred. Go ahead.
Figueredo's been training also with Cejudo, which could be like good for him, man. Cejudo's a good training partner, same size pretty much, very strong fighter. So I don't know. I think this is going to be an exciting fight. I'm happy for it, and if Figueredo wins, hey, we might see a 4th one between these two. But I'm going to go with Brandon Moreno. He looks so good in the rematch. I like the kid. He's always smiling. I hope he stays the champ.
Yeah, he's very likable, Brandon Moreno, right? He's like one of the most likable fighters on the UFC roster. He just seems like a nice guy.
And Freddie, I don't know if you heard me earlier when we were listening to him in the conference, but he seemed so confident and he seemed like he really knew where his place was, and he was kind of like not happy that Figueredo was talking trash and being a thug, and told him straight, like, you're better than that. Like, and I kind of like respect that. It just, to me, shows a level of confidence going into this 3rd fight where I think Figueredo is trying to drum up some kind of like, I don't know, presence to make him look more tough and whatnot. But I think he's going in there scared, if you ask me. Just from that pros conference, man. Or, sorry, the press conference.
I don't know, but he does seem to put on a lot of stuff, Deiveson Figuereido. Like he's got the God of War persona, and he's got to do the thing with his hair. He's got to get his hair painted, and he's got to put on an act, and he's got to do a gimmick, and he's got, like, there's a lot of stuff that he seems to be putting on, and there seems to be none of that with Brandon Moreno. So it's strange, the Deiveson Figuereido thing, and I think he's coming up to a loss here on Saturday. I like Brandon Moreno in a major way, again, in the co-main event. What about the rest of this card? We've got, of course, Charles Jourdain against Ilya Tupuria. Charles coming in on
That's
about
going to be a tough one.
10, 11 days' notice. Tough fight for Charles. He's coming in as the underdog, but I think that this could be a good style matchup for Charles. Tupuria is young, 11-0. He's knocked out a couple guys in his last couple of fights, but Charles has very good stand-up.
Yeah.
He's very good all around. And taking a look at the
He's
Bet
like
99 odds right now, we have Charles Jourdain as the underdog plus 433. Good God almighty. Ilya Tupuria minus 600, the favorite. I think Charles is worth a look just based on the fact that he's excellent and Tupuria is slightly unproven. And Charles is plus 433. Those odds are pretty good there. What is happening
Look.
to my audio right now?
It sounds like Star Wars, man. Is Darth Vader coming? I'm gonna tell you something, Dave.
Yeah, what the hell
Can
is
you hear me?
happening? Yeah, I can hear you, but there's like some weird stuff going on. There's like all, like I sound like I'm in
Darth
an
Vader,
airplane
man.
right now.
You sound good to me. I'm not sure what you're saying.
I don't know. I'm hearing some
No,
weird shit.
No, I hear it too. I hear it like it's some like kind of like I don't know, man. Like being on some Star Trek like
Okay.
episode.
I don't know. It was Fred's mic.
There, it's gone.
Or
It's gone.
some-
It's gone.
I think it's gone now. Maybe
But
it's Fred. Are you still with us?
Like Tupuria.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fixed
Yeah,
now.
now it sounds good.
Okay.
Oh
I think,
yeah, we are, man.
all right. I
Smooth
think we're
sailing,
good.
man. We're top notch. Like
What is
Rogan.
happening to me?
Listen. Going back to Tupuria, man. Tupuria is like considered like a rising star, like big time. I mean, this is a fight that's gonna be exciting, no doubt about it. But when you look at Tupuria's like, he's 11-0, man. His career as a 24-year-old guy coming out of Germany, man. The guy has won 10 out of 11. Like he nearly finishes all his fights either by KO, TKO, or submission. Like this guy goes for the kill, man. And that's the thing. Like honestly, Jourdain's taking up a big step to fight this guy on short notice. But there's one thing with Jourdain, man. On his last fight, he came out, man, and he performed. People are still talking about his fight, his Spartan kick. I mean, there's so many guys out there talking about Jourdain. And when you want to talk about an A-class guy, if you hear him like speaking in French or in English in interviews, the guy is the type of guy that I like to see fight. I like to see him as a martial artist, and he's a really good role model. The thing is, he's going up against Tupuria. If he could beat Tupuria, man, the guy is going to go up the ranks. He needs a big win, but it's going to be a great challenge, man. But you know what? If I was looking at Jourdain coming off of any other fight, I'd be a little bit nervous to go with him for the win.
Right.
But that last fight, man, he brought everything to the table, and this guy is so pumped, and he's not willing to say no to a fight. He's coming in to prove that he wants to climb onto the top 10. And if he could beat Tupuria, who's like top rank right now, you know, it's going to be interesting. Listen, man, the guy's fought, like, Tupuria's fought all over the world. He's fought everybody. He's fighting, like, in 7 different countries. The guy has a lot of experience. Yeah, people are saying Jourdain has 3 years of experience in the UFC, blah, 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 blah. 3 years, 2 years that were practically, like, due to COVID. I mean, no, if somebody has more experience, it's probably this Tupuria guy, fighting with guys from all different countries and different styles and whatnot. You know, for sure, Jourdain's going to be the underdog. But I think this is going to be a card, not because we know him, but just the fact that I think Jourdain has everything it takes to continue that ball rolling. I think he's going to be hot, and it's going to continue hot. I think Jourdain's going to be, you know, on the minds of everybody in the UFC. You know, for the next little while.
He looked like he had a breakout performance in that last one, and maybe something changed. And Tupuria is good and dangerous, but he's 24 years old. He's undefeated, and I don't think he's been tested like Jourdain has in the UFC, and I think we'll see an interesting fight. Look, it could go either way. Obviously, Charles is a big underdog, but I think he's definitely worth a look as an underdog.
Look, he's 26 years old,
pick.
Dave. They're not like that much. They're young guys, man. I mean, if you look at Tupuria, I mean, the guy is a BJJ black belt. Charles as well. I mean, when you're looking at boxing, I mean, boxing, that's a really good skill or you know, that Tupuria has. But when you're looking at toughness, man, and you're looking at grit and a guy who puts like his heart on his sleeve, man, Jourdain is there. Jourdain is like, man, he's like the type of fighter that I want to see fight. He makes the card so exciting. That's why like people are dissing this 270. But I'm telling you, man, there's some great fights on this prelim card.
Yeah, on the
prelims,
there's the main card is weak as hell. I don't know what you're talking about. The
well,
main card.
I don't say weak. Come on.
The main card is absolutely terrible, except for the main events. Everything else on this card is weak as hell. Michel Pereira against Andre Fialho is the fight before Moreno and Figuereido. Like Fred says, you know, Fialho doesn't even have a Wikipedia page, so he's barely
like 11 guys without a.
Yeah, exactly.
When I checked this week, there's like 11 guys without a Wikipedia page, man.
Bunch of no-name people on this card. Other than the 2 main events, everything else is a bunch of people that you don't really know. Pereira is fun. He brings the fight. Yeah, but whatever,
Exactly.
man. Like, okay, it'll be a good fight, but it's not like a blockbuster pay-per-view card. Cody Stamen against Saeed Nurmagomedov. Stamen's coming off 2 straight losses, so come on. Rodolfo Vieira against Wellington Turman in a middleweight
Yeah, man, I
fight.
want to see Vieira.
I mean,
Man, who doesn't want to see Vieira? As a BJJ, want to see Vieira fight, man. This guy is like BJJ world champion. He's like, look, he's 8-1, man, in MMA. So, like, I look at this as an exciting fight that I'd want to watch. Maybe not the biggest card for a pay-per-view to start off a new year, but in my opinion, man, I'm looking at the card and it's I'm telling you, it's going to be an exciting card. It might not have all the biggest names, but they're all going to be action-packed from the main event on the prelim all the way. I think it's going to be an exciting card, man.
this is all about the main event and the co-main event. Main event, co-main event, 2 championship fights, flyweight title fight, Moreno and Figuereido, and then the main event, heavyweight title fight, Gane and Ngannou. The rest of this card is...
Look, the only thing that sucks, I'll tell you what sucks, is the fact that the pay-per-view price went up. I mean, it was like it went up by like 20-something bucks or something like that. I mean, that's the only thing that...
15.
Like here too, man.
Here too?
How much, Freddie? Yeah, it went up, man.
Did it go up in
to,
Canada too, Fred, or...
I don't know that.
I think that's an AJ fact.
Bucks.
Yeah, it went up. No. We were paying like 59. It went up to 69. I think it's up to 79 bucks now, man.
69. My God.
Listen, man, it's
All
look,
right.
man. When the whole world
Still
is
watch
probably
it.
now.
Just
I'm
come
gonna
over
be
here,
at
AJ.
Dave's, man.
Yeah.
That's
can watch it
exactly
here.
what I'm doing. I'm
I
going to
got you.
Dave, and we're gonna have a good time. So don't forget Saturday we're doing our watch along. But all to say is that you're right. If you're gonna put out a pay-per-view, you want a couple of big names to justify the price increase, man, because it went up quite a bit, considering that the UFC has made tremendous amount of money, like their best ever record of the UFC history in the last 3 years has been like amazing for them.
I read about
But,
that. I read
yeah.
about that. It's like you say, it's been amazing. But the thing is, it's their contract with ESPN, which has an increment value every year. So, of course, they get more money every year because their contract states that they get more money from ESPN every year. And now ESPN is charging more money because they're trying to make their money.
Yeah.
The UFC is already getting paid by ESPN. This is an ESPN decision to put the pay-per-view price up because they're paying more money every year to the UFC. So now they want to get it back. So, like when people say, oh, record year for the UFC. Yeah, but it's because of their contract that they signed a couple years ago. It's not because they sold more pay-per-views or that people are more excited for the fights. It's because of the contract they signed a couple of years ago.
ESPN bought the rights for the UFC pay-per-views in the United States. You have to buy them through ESPN Plus, so it doesn't really matter for the UFC how many pay-per-views they sell. They make no money off the sales. It's ESPN that makes the money off the sales because UFC got the rights. Right? Now, of course, ESPN, they need the money. They're owned by Disney, and, Disney's just broke these days. So it's, they need the increase. Come on.
Well, they should have.
Disney needs the money, baby.
They should have
the
banked
mouse.
on Jake Paul, man.
Listen,
man.
Mickey Mouse eats very expensive cheese, okay? He's got to get that cheese imported from France. Ciryl Gane brings it to Mickey Mouse on a silver
crack.
platter.
What are you talking about?
Mickey Mouse? How
Mickey
dare you
Mouse.
say that about Mickey Mouse? He runs the whole show at Disney.
Yeah,
What are
I'm
you
sure he
talking about?
does.
It's the Mickey Mouse Club.
Illuminati, man.
Come
Starting with
inside.
Mickey.
It's fun inside.
It's fun inside.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
MICKEY MOUSE.
Oh, God. I'm glad
My kid loves Mickey Mouse.
I'm glad my son doesn't watch that goddamn show anymore. Now, my son, all he wants to watch is Mario games, people playing Mario games on YouTube. That's all he wants to watch.
For real?
Yeah, that's all he wants to watch is Mario games on YouTube.
Fred.
Sometimes he wants to watch, like a Paw Patrol or Pokemon. He likes Pokemon on Netflix. He watches that. But he's 4.5, and mostly what he wants to watch is just like Mario games on YouTube, or he wants to play the video games now. He's like obsessed with video games. It's a new thing. He's past the Mickey Mouse clubhouse
Stage
days.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, he's a little older.
Now you're
for
getting
that.
into
Back in
like
your
the
house.
troubled
Never
times.
know.
That's it. He's past that age, but of course, there'll be another little one coming over soon. That'll be
That's right, man.
that'll
So
be
Dave's gonna have to behave soon.
doing that stuff soon when the little.
Hey, Dave, are you growing your hair, or am I seeing things?
It's
Kind of
just,
look like
I just
GSP
haven't
there
shaved it
with
in a
that
while.
hair.
I don't think I've said that on the show
got-
yet, right? I haven't announced. I don't think I've said that publicly.
No,
right?
you haven't announced it. Now you let the cat out of the bag. So
Yeah.
you want me to send it out, Fred? You want to do
No,
it?
no,
Want me
no,
to be
no.
honest?
Don't make a big thing about it. I don't want to.
Come on, Dave. Well, good thing is, ladies and gentlemen, Dave Simon does not need
Oh, jeez.
Viagra. He's working perfectly fine. This man is, they don't call him
Shoots, he
Super Dave
scores.
Simon for nothing. Yeah, he shoots, he scores. When he's talking about Pokemon, he really means Pokemon works. And the thing is this, is that Dave
There's no
Simon,
blanks in Dave.
he's not Billy Blanks, man. He's not shooting
He's
blanks.
not shooting blanks.
Like
I've
AJ
got
thought he
good,
was at one point.
My blood flow's really good. You know, I've got good.
It's pretty good, man.
Fine.
So the thing is that
It's very
Dave,
important.
like
Yep,
in the
I'm
months
healthy.
to come, is gonna have to be a better man. He's gonna have to be. He can't swear as much on
what?
on our show and whatnot.
Fuck off.
And so all to say is that Dave is gonna be a papa, man.
I
Again.
am already. Yeah,
Well, I know, but again, I said, man,
Yeah.
you didn't hear that part.
a
So
girl.
AJ, when you getting number
Papa
two?
Dave,
A girl this time though. That's the you know,
AJ,
a little lady.
AJ's in the Viagra stage, man.
So if we make a Seinfeld reference, do not call her Seven, okay? Because that's my name right now.
The widow mantle.
Even
I
though I'm
promise.
shooting,
But I promised the widow
I'm shooting
mantle.
blanks, but
Oh. Oh yeah.
Hey, what's up? What's it with Angelo saying? Shut up, AJ. What the hell did I say this time?
Shut up, AJ.
I'm trying to give out some good news for everyone to say that Dave is gonna be a papa again. So start saving your money, man.
Soon too.
You gotta
Not,
buy Dave a gift.
not
like
far
soon,
away.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Pretty
It's
soon.
coming
Wait.
up, man.
yeah.
Yep. You want to go
Damn.
see Slipknot
You
in
believe
May?
this shit?
You guys want to go? Oh, see, this is what we should do together. I'm gonna buy tickets for all of us, and
Not
we're gonna
allowed.
go. Oh, damn it, Fred!
Not
Get
allowed.
vaccinated so you
Fuck
can come
you,
see
Frankie.
Slipknot. Damn it, Fred. So I think that would be
Listen.
awesome. Slipknot. You guys know Slipknot?
Yeah.
You know, Wait and Bleed. You know that song. Tremendous, right? All right. Well, you guys are a different generation than I am. So, anyway, Slipknot is a metal band, right? And they're coming to the Bell Center in May. And I just got an email saying, buy tickets. And we were talking a few, I guess, months ago now, where you guys have never been on the floor, general admission for a concert where there's no seats. You're just on the floor and you're just kind of pushing around and like mosh pits and stuff. AJ,
I want
you're
me to go to Slipknot.
I want you to go to Slipknot on the floor because I went to Slipknot on the floor when their first album came out, and I was about, I think I was 16 or 17, and it was intense. It was like at the Metropolis. It was like a smaller club, and it was crazy, and the mosh pit was frightening, and you know. But this is a different
Really?
experience.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the
that'd
Bell
be nice.
Center. It's the Bell Center. It's 2022. I'm a grown man, and I don't know. Slipknot's coming. Maybe I want to go see Slipknot. AJ, you want to go see Slipknot
Dad.
on the
You're
floor?
a double dad now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
so?
go, man.
You can't do that.
Why can't I go see Slipknot?
Why?
I think that's for dads. At this point, it's dad music. If it was cool when I was in high school, at this point, it's for dads, isn't it?
Listen, if it gets me out of the house to do
guess so.
something, I'm in, man.
AJ, you want to go see
Even if I have to
Slipknot
go
with
see
me?
Celine Dion, man, I'll go see
You-
Celine Dion, man.
You would not like. I'm gonna play some Slipknot music for you. I can't do it now on YouTube, but I'm gonna play it for you after the show, just so you know what you're
So
in
hum it.
for. Just so you know. I'm not
But
gonna.
AJ just said he would go see Celine Dion, and that's what I want to see. I want to see both you guys go see Celine Dion together.
I've been. I went. I've seen Slipknot and Celine
Yeah,
Dion.
but I want you to go with AJ.
Well, she's
And,
canceled a
yeah.
bunch of tour dates. Celine is
Why?
is a medical
What's
issue.
going on?
I don't know, but our thoughts and prayers are with Celine, and I hope she's doing all right.
What?
She is the queen of Quebec.
I
and
hope
we
she's
love her.
okay.
Yeah, she should.
I
be
met
the-
her. You know that, eh?
Wow.
I met Celine. Yeah,
Celine
yeah,
should
me
be
and her.
the premier of Quebec, I think, and she should be
Get the hell out.
crowned queen of
no,
Quebec
no.
forever.
Make it easy,
Okay.
there,
Until
Dave
she
Simon.
dies.
What the
Until
hell,
she
man?
dies.
Easy.
Um,
you know
so
what?
Skinny, I'm not.
No, no.
I don't know.
I'd rather have Elvis. Freddie, I'd rather have Elvis Graton, man. That's like to have. Screw it, go. Get Elvis Graton.
UFC.
Dave,
Did you guys know that the UFC, starting this weekend for this weekend's fights for UFC 270, are no longer testing fighters and coaches for COVID? if they're vaccinated.
Woohoo.
Yeah,
Really?
if they are, I guess, double vaccinated or triple, I don't know, whatever. If they got some shots in them, they don't get tested for COVID, which means they could have COVID and fight and spread it around, you would think. But that's just what the UFC is doing. They're no longer testing the fighters and the coaches for COVID if they're vaccinated. If they're not vaccinated, the fighters and coaches have to give 2 negative tests to prove that they're all good.
Well, the thing is that it's funny that you say that, but like Charles Jourdain's coach is Fabio Holanda, which is my coach, and he was telling me like the process to get to the fight and like the amount of testing that they did, man, it was ridiculous. They're testing all the time. So, I mean, if you're double vaccinated, and as I was double vaccinated and I still got COVID,
right?
I mean, like honestly, like if you get it, you know, no offense, man, but that'll hinder your fight. Like if anybody on fight night, like if you know, let's hope it doesn't happen. But Ciryl Gane or Ngannou gets COVID.
It's about them. That should not be like the discussion. The discussion should be what Dave said, where these guys could still spread it. But hey, we're moving on.
They can still spread it.
The past, man.
No, but
I guess.
Lost 2 years on COVID,
maybe.
Man.
And the UFC's going to London in March. The UFC announced that they're going to London, England, March 19th. Alexander Volkov and Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight main event. So,
yeah.
I mean,
I heard
not going.
Canada.
Montreal.
Canada in general.
Quebec.
Canada's
also
closed, man.
Sure.
Nothing's happening in Canada. Canada's still closed.
But
you
funny.
know, I have tickets for a WWE show. They got moved from December 30th, got postponed to March 6th. So I have tickets for a pro wrestling show in Laval on March 6th, and I'm kind of wondering if it's actually going to happen. Fred thinks it's going to get moved. I think it's going to get moved, too. I think so, too. But
look,
like when they pushed the date to March 6th, I was like, I don't think this is going to happen March 6th, but who knows? Who knows?
Look, Dave, I'm going to tell you something. If they were going to make an announcement today saying that they were going to open up at least the restaurants or 50% of the dining space, I would say, okay, things are going to open up. But since nothing is status quo as is, everything's still closed. I don't see anything happening here in Quebec for March 6th. And that's why, like, talking about London, England, I was talking to someone from England today, in fact, and they're like, everything is opening up in England. No more passports, no more nothing, none of this bullshit. Everything's open.
Wow.
And that's where the UFC is going to go. Yeah, there's, like, no more of this, like, where you got to go into a pub and show whatever. Here in Quebec, if you want to go get booze now, you got to show ID. And on top of it all, the funniest thing is
not
that
yet.
There was a huge report.
Is it?
Yeah,
yes,
you got.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you got to
wow.
show.
You have.
Yeah, you got
SAQ and SQDC.
But I'm saying, yeah, absolutely. And today, in fact, they were talking about
ways
Quebec
around it.
having this.
Yeah, you could buy a fake
exactly.
vaccine code. Apparently, you see
Well,
that?
that's what I was
people
saying.
were selling. People from the government that were working for the government were selling fake vaccine passes for people. They're selling them $1,000 a pop. Unbelievable.
I was just about to mention that.
Online, people charge $5, man, and you get somebody to go get your stuff, man. I've seen it online. This guy on the South Shore, he's like doing publicity. I'll go get your stuff. Give me $5 commission.
Yeah, that's my idea. I tweeted that out like weeks ago when Legault first said that they're gonna have vaccine things for the liquor stores and the weed stores. When they said that, vaccine passes for the stores, I said, well, here's a business idea. Sell weed and liquor to the unvaccinated. That seems like a smart move. Like, why wouldn't you do that? I'm going to do another one, Fred. I told you I'm going to sell power tools, weed, and liquor to the unvaccinated because I'm going to go to the big box stores where you're also going to need a vaccine pass for some reason, and I'm going to buy shit there for people because I'm going to be triple vaxxed after tomorrow, baby. I'm getting another shot in me tomorrow, another one, which...
When you getting your third one, AJ?
I don't know. Yeah, AJ, when you're older than me,
well,
shouldn't you have it already? You're like much older.
You know, look, I got double vaxxed. I got COVID. What more do you want the AJs to have?
They're telling you you're supposed to get triple vaxxed. Your vaccine pass, your passport isn't going to be good, I don't think, at some point.
No. How can that
I was
be,
going to
man?
go
It doesn't make
somewhere,
sense.
but I don't want to say it because we're going to get deplatformed.
Yeah, let's not do that,
Let's
Fred.
talk. Yeah, let's talk MMA, man.
No, we're
Anything
done.
else happening?
No, we're done.
Oh,
We're done.
That's
That's
how it all
why.
started.
That's why we're talking
wait.
about this bullshit because we're done. The fight card, you
Okay,
know,
well,
we're
then,
done.
Let me go in one of my rants. I want to talk
NASCAR.
like shower
Oh.
habits.
Oh,
You know, like I always say, like showering, like after a day of wake and bake, man, showering is like one of the best moments of your life. Like it feels great, man.
it's like a reset.
Okay, sex and food is probably better, but other than that, man, I'll put showering at number 3, man, as the greatest thing for when you're high. Now, with that said, man, me and my
Wow.
girlfriend, we have a little argument where I like to use her little soaps. Like she has these great soaps, like peach, raspberry, and I'm just like using it all, and she's not happy with me because of that. Should I be using her soaps?
You know what?
Oh, Angelo,
Listen, I'm gonna tell you
we didn't do
something.
the parlays yet. Angelo says, "Do you do the parlays yet?" We didn't. Thanks, Angelo. I was gonna forget and not do them at all.
Thanks, Angelo.
Oh shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen,
Why does
before
she
we
buy
leave,
soaps
Dave, I
for you
gotta-
then? Why
wait.
can't you tell her to just double the order next time and you get some? If she doesn't like
Listen,
you
I'm gonna
using
tell you a
them.
little secret. Listen, for the women that are listening, I always say this, and I laugh all the time. I say when men shower and women shower, it's always like the opposite. And you got to be careful. Yeah, I love stealing my better half soaps. But what they don't realize
Really?
is this: when women shower, they
Smell
take the
good.
soap and they usually use those. I smell great, man. I smell like peaches and cream. But the thing is that she doesn't realize that when you take the peaches and cream soap as a man, chances are, well, for women, I'll start with women. Women will take that soap, rub it, oh, nice, 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 start with their face and everything. The problem is this: if you get somebody like any guy, say like AJ or whatever, for example, a guy will take that soap, peaches and cream. He's not gonna put on his face. The first thing he's gonna do is he's gonna clean his balls, not his dick, and then they put the soap back, and then the women come in after not realizing that their other better half, which is usually the guy on the other side, just rubbed his balls and his ass with that soap, and chances are he's gonna use the balls and ass again before it ends, and then the woman comes and puts it on her face after.
Yeah.
Just to let you know,
That-
this is the stuff that happens. So
How do you wash
have
your
a
ass?
soap for
issue
men
is-
How
and
do you
have a
wash your
soap
ass?
for women.
How do you wash your ass? You stick the full bar in your butthole? That's what I do, baby.
Well, for sure, man.
Stick the full bar in there.
I think
Between
peaches
not in
and
the
cream,
butthole,
man.
but between the cheeks, right? You stick the whole bar in there, right? Get the full clean.
I think like the biggest issue is that I take too many showers because between jiu-jitsu, between the smoking weed, I want to clean off, between me wanting to be lucky at night, you know, I take a lot of showers. So every time, man, that soap goes down, man, I gotta stop doing that.
So remember, ladies, shower first. Don't let the guy shower before you, because now you know. Listen, Dave, let's get to the parlays. But before Angelo, like, listen, I got to
I
give
like
a shout out
shower
to my
talk.
mechanic that saved my
I
car.
like shower talk with
gotta-
Fred. I don't know. I think this is good. This is where our show should go. I think we should just talk about our showering habits.
Like I say, man,
Do you guys? This is a big debate
after
on the internet. Do you guys wash your legs in the shower?
no, man, nothing under like the balls.
Right.
Like, the soap goes down.
But does it? But does it?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't wash.
Like I say, I use a lot of soap.
Like think about you never wash your feet in the shower, shouldn't you?
Nah.
Well,
No.
how many guys pee in the shower? Ask yourself that.
Well, AJ,
Seriously.
AJ, you
Listen,
don't wash
in
your legs
jiu-jitsu,
or
it's a
feet either,
disaster.
right? AJ, you never wash your legs or feet in the shower, right?
Well,
No,
it's because
it's
you got to bend over, man.
penis
it's
and
like
above.
in prison, you try not to drop the soap, man.
Well,
What?
I have a shower head that I could take off, and I could even do it.
No,
and I have started doing it when I started hearing people saying that they do it. I was like, oh, maybe I should start washing my legs. And sometimes I do it now because it's like a new thing. It's a new development. I'll take the thing off, and I'll like wash my legs a bit because I was like, man, maybe I should wash my legs. That's a good point.
I
You
mean,
know? And
all that
sometimes-
soapy water goes to your feet anyways, man.
Yeah,
So,
but
you
it
know,
doesn't hit
your
your
feet
legs
get a-
necessarily. I don't know. I think it's good to get a good rinse at least on the legs. I don't soap the legs, but I'll rinse them just to rinse them off a little bit.
Yeah, but like I said, man, in the end, you're going to end up peeing in the shower. So that takes it all away, man. You know what they say? Like, you got to pee on a cut. There you go.
How much piss are you
Guys,
doing
man,
in the
we're built
shower?
differently.
How much pissing are you doing here?
Well, as you get. How do we get on this topic? How did we get here, man?
Fred.
We went from
Fred.
COVID, MMA,
Fred
and then
I told Fred,
Fred
the show. I told Fred the show was almost over, so he's like, "Well, let me do shower talk," and then it deviated into. I
All
like
right,
it.
man. Next
Listen,
week I'll
man,
talk about my pet vacuum, Rocky.
Nice.
Oh, that's
I like
cool.
that you're bringing
That's nice.
different things to the show. It was NASCAR talk for a while, and now it's pet.
Listen,
Well,
listen, Dave.
NASCAR's off, but I got this great Kyle Larson shirt that my son gave me for Christmas. Go Kyle Larson.
Wow.
33 days till Daytona.
Nice.
2 weeks till the
Let's go,
Daytona
Brandon.
400. 24 hours, I mean.
I love it. All right. Let's do some picks.
Hey, listen.
Should we
On
do
that
picks?
talk, can I say something? No.
No.
Can I just say one thing on that?
No.
I gotta give a shout out to my mechanic that saved my car that went on fire.
All right.
So Joey and Jamie, I know that they're listening. They love our show. They watch. Well, Jamie does. Joey's starting to. These guys. So if you need a mechanic, Summerland Mechanic, 6360 Rue Saint Jacques. Tell them that you know the
Jesus.
Ringside Report crew. Listen, man, I got
And
them
what
because
will
they saved
happen?
my car. My car went
And
up
what
in
will
flames.
happen if you tell them that?
Well, they'll take care of your car. They'll give you a great estimation. They're honest mechanics. You don't find too many honest mechanics.
If I show up, are they
And,
going to take care of me? If I show up, are they
They're
going
gonna
to take care of
They
me?
know you, Dave.
They
They
know
know
me?
Dave Simon. They know Freddie Garcia. Yeah,
Do they know me
Dave
by
Simon.
face?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I walked in, would they
Well,
recognize
yeah.
me? Maybe
Joe-
not.
I know Jamie. Yeah, he will because he knew Dave Simon. Listen, most important, Summerland service. Ask for Joey or Jamie or any of those guys, but Joey mostly because he took care of me, man. And these guys are top notch. Honestly, man, they were really good. AJ's car is back on the road, man. The AJ mobile,
Okay.
and it's clean and it looks good.
I'm going to give you some picks right now, and I'm
Let's
going
do
to
it.
start with some single bets that I'm going to recommend for this weekend because parlays, I don't think this card isn't very deep as far as interesting fights, so I'm going to throw some single bets at you
That's what she said.
instead. I like Ciryl Gane by decision. Ciryl Gane by decision, $20 over at bet99.com gets you 75. I think that is a very, very solid bet for this weekend. So I'm going to throw that one at you. As far as parlays go, I'm going to give you Ciryl Gane and Brandon Moreno, and that'll be my parlay.
Oh yeah, you're going conservative this time.
Yeah,
Wow, Dave's going.
Because there's just
All right.
not that much on this card that interests me. And, I'm not going to give you a 5-fight parlay just for the sake of giving you a 5-fight parlay. I'm going to give you Ciryl Gane at -155 to win straight up and Brandon Moreno at -180 to win straight up. $20 will more than double your money, $51.24 over at bet99.com. I think that's a conservative parlay.
That's a good one.
I think it's a solid
It's
parlay, and it will win you some money. I think Cyril wins. I think Brandon wins. I like Cyril by decision as well. I think Cyril by decision is a solid single bet if you're going to go there. Cyril by decision. And I also like a little bet ski here on my man Charles Air Jourdain at plus 433. I think he's definitely worth a look because $20 will get you a pretty good payout at $106.66. So I like Jourdain as the underdog. Pick him to win at plus 433. I like Ciryl Gane to win by decision plus 275. And I like Gane and Moreno as a 2-fight parlay. Very simple this weekend. Keeping it simple. You don't need to complicate your life to make money.
Yeah, okay.
What do you got? AJ, you're going to make it complicated. Let's see. How complicated are you making it?
Well, you know me, I'm not going to pull away from my 6-fight parlay on this one because
Whoa.
I'm going all the way, man. AJ doesn't. I'm not trying to
You're never conservative.
win.
You go wild.
I'm not conservative. No, I go wild. Peaches and cream, man.
Peaches
Listen,
and cream, baby.
so we're going to start off peaches and cream, baby. Ciryl Gane for the win, in my opinion, even though everybody else is saying the opposite and whatnot, but I'm glad you went with that, Dave. So Ciryl Gane for the win. I'm going to go with as well for the win. I'm going to go with Michel Pereira. I don't see Michel Pereira not being able to beat Andre Filau. Then I'm going to go with
Did
Saeed.
you pick Moreno? Did you throw Moreno in that parlay?
Yes, Brandon
Okay.
Moreno.
You skipped out there for a second. Okay. So you got
No,
Gane,
did I?
Moreno, Pereira. Yeah. And?
Okay,
Keep going.
Pereira. Then I'm going to go with Saeed Nurmagomedov. You know what I'm talking about.
You
Khabib's
can't
cousin.
say you still can't say Nurmagomedov after Khabib Nurmagomedov was so big. You still
That's
can't
why
say
I just say
Nurmagomedov.
I don't say his whole name. I just say Khabib, man. That's all you need to know.
Wow.
And then I'm going to go with Vieira.
Wow.
And then I'm going to go with that underdog pick with Charles Jourdain.
Jesus.
And listen, man, if
Wow.
Charles Jourdain could pull it off, man, the rest of the card, I think will come out.
I mean, if this parlay comes through, AJ, you're rich, pretty much. You're rich forever. You're a millionaire.
Let's see, what does it come out?
Ciryl Gane, Michel Pereira, Brandon Moreno, Saeed Nurmagomedov,
Saeed's good.
Rodolfo Vieira, and Charles Air Jourdain. $20 gets you $799.45. Nearly $800.
Wayne Gretzky's number. Bet 99, you get $7.99.
$20 gets you $7.99 with AJ Super 6 parlay. Another 6-fight parlay from Mr. D'Alessio. Freddie?
Hollywood AJ.
I don't have a computer in front of me, unfortunately, so I can't do
Oh.
my parlay like knowing the odds. But I like all the picks you did, Dave. Man, I got Cyril, and Brandon is probably a good one to mix with.
Nice.
And if anything, man, I'd put some money on Charles Jourdain just because of that big odd, and Cyril by decision also. But I don't know, man. Just give me the same parlay you have, man.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Freddie. Team Fred and Team Dave on the same page for UFC 270. That's the pick. Ciryl Gane, Brandon Moreno, $20 gets you $51.24. That's the Team Fred parlay. That's the Team Dave parlay. Uh-oh.
Yeah, but AJ's on the same parlay. Like, AJ's still on the same guys for the win. So if you go with AJ's parlay and you go with your parlay, you put split bets, man. Listen, if it comes out, you're making money.
Yeah, but if you go with Fred and Dave's parlay, it's probably, it's easier to come. It's more likely to come through because it's only, 2 fights rather than AJ's parlay, which 6 correct fights have to come through. You make way more money with AJ's parlay, but you need 6 of those fights to come through. And AJ's throwing Charles Jourdain on his parlay at plus 433. I think there's more value in just picking him as a solo bet rather than making the parlay against Ciryl Gane as well as a solo bet by decision. I think is worth it. I think Ciryl Gane might be worth a couple bucks as a solo bet by knockout too, but I don't think he finishes Francis. I think it'll be tough. I think Ciryl by decision is a really good one.
Look, on my parlay, it'll be either a short night or it'll be a really exciting night because if Charles is able to get that win for me on the parlay, the rest of that card, man, I feel pretty confident. I mean, coming down to Ciryl Gane and Ngannou, anything could happen on that one for sure. But you know what? That could be a pretty good payout, man. I think that's a night that AJ is going to win.
I hope
AJ's
so.
bringing home the bacon.
Well, if you really believe this, then you should put some money down because you never, ever, 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 ever put your money where your mouth is. Angelo says if I was betting on this, I'd be siding with Dave. You'd be siding with Dave and Fred. Dave and Fred right now. Team Dave and Team Fred, we've merged into a super team. And we're all fighting
Listen, I got to win
AJ.
some money. I got to pay that car. Why, man? I'm on this. I got the same picks like you guys, except I went a little further. That's it. I didn't go against it. This week, it's we're all on the same page, man. Like last week, and we lost. So
you guys like mint chocolate? You guys like mint chocolate?
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Look what I got. I got these junior mints minis. They're already junior, and now they smallicize them. They're tiny. They're like.
And what do they do? Jack up the price?
No, it's not that expensive. But look how small these things are. I don't know if you can see these things. Look at this tiny. Uh-oh.
What's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? They're delicious. What do you mean? They're junior mints.
You'll probably end up eating more of those.
But they're really small. They're like the size of like a little bit smaller than an M&M. Interesting.
What? That's the point, man. You just take that and put it in your hot chocolate.
All right. You could do that, probably.
So listen. So Saturday, 10 o'clock, watch along. We're on, man.
Thanks, AJ.
Actually, we're going to be on earlier. Let's be on for the Jourdain fight, man. Let's do the prelim card, man. Let's start. Come on, Dave.
No, I'm not doing a 5-hour
It'll be so much fun.
Go fuck yourself.
No, just the last fight on the prelim.
He's not the last fight on the prelims.
Not the last fight.
He's not. He's the second. He's the second to last fight, which makes it a 4 to 5 hour watch along. I'm not doing that. I'm not sitting here for 4 to 5 hours with you. That's crazy. No, I'm not doing that.
Jesus.
I refuse.
I'm still coming over. I'm coming for supper anyways.
You can come over for supper. I'll cook something nice for you.
Ring supper.
KFC at the
Actually,
UFC,
you know what,
baby.
Freddie? Man, now we're talking. Now dude, let's do that. I used to do that. Remember I used to bring KFC to your place all the time?
Dude. If you're allowed, I don't know.
KFC
It's
is
not.
overrated.
We'll see. Yeah, KFC is overrated.
What are you talking about? No. KFC at the UFC, man. That was my spiel. Then they started playing it all the time on French television.
Poulet
And then they
Magnac.
stopped. It's like the best.
Freddie, all right?
Yeah, I
What,
like
you
the
just-
chicken. Freddie's got.
Poulet Magnac.
Freddie,
That's
you
way
okay?
better chicken.
That sounds good.
Well, I like to try it, but KFC at the UFC, man. Dave, get it, man. There's one not too far away from you. I know that.
At Angrigno in the mall. It'll be closed though by the. Actually,
No.
I could probably
There's
get-
one. There's one in Verdun, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's still
No,
open.
that's closed.
What?
There's no KFCs in
Damn.
Verdun. They're closing
Well, there's
up.
another one in LaSalle.
Saw
I know.
Taco Bell closed, Dave.
I know. There's no Taco Bell anymore. Believe me, I know. Makes me so mad. I
Bienvenue
love
à
Taco
Quebec.
Bell. Sucks. There's no Taco Bell in Quebec anymore. I
I've-
love
I've
Taco
never
Bell.
Well,
been to
that's-
Taco Bell.
Oh my god, I love it so much. I'm
I
so
always
mad.
feel like real food should not be that cheap. So if they're selling it to you that cheap, it can't be real food.
I don't
man.
care. It's delicious.
That's
You never had
Yeah.
fries supreme. You haven't lived, baby. Fries supreme was the greatest thing ever. It's fries with taco meat on top of it with sour cream and diced tomatoes and the taco cheese. Oh my god. It was like a Mexican poutine. It was delicious. Fries supreme, taco supreme. Ooh. Oh my god, I wish I had that right now. But now I go to this other
Sounds
place.
like a Pepto-Bismol night.
This other place, Quesada. You been to this Quesada place? It's like a chain. Quesada. I call it Quesada because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
They call it Quesada,
Yeah,
but I
those
think it's
places are
Quesada.
good.
It's pretty good.
They do the big burritos,
Mhm.
those things, and you choose what you want in it, and all those
Yeah.
places are good.
Yeah, I get those
I love
tacos.
those places.
I get a quesadilla. Tremendous. Brooklyn
Get a
Lizard.
Dorito.
Brooklyn Lizard, who's like the biggest AJ fan in the world, is doing the AJ bet for big money. Well, good for you, Brooklyn Lizard. I hope you win. She
I hope
loves
so, man.
AJ. I'm sure she's like a AJ plant, some sort of AJ family member, I think. I don't trust it. She's always on Team AJ,
yeah.
saying be nice to AJ. Who is Brooklyn Lizard?
Well,
you know,
because I'm nice,
I
man.
think it's secretly AJ somehow typing but he's not that swift to be able to do that, so I don't
But
know.
I'm going to tell you.
But Brooklyn
why wouldn't they,
Lizard
man?
loves AJ. She is AJ's number
Well,
one fan.
I love Brooklyn. Well, she's my number one fan. Thank you very much for
That's what I
supporting
just
the
said.
AJ crew.
I think you meant you're
Well,
her
that's what I
number
just
one
said.
fan. Yeah.
That's what I just said, Dave.
Okay.
Damn it.
Damn it. Bye.
What's the matter? You got gas?
No, we're done. The show's over. We've done the thing. We've done enough, and now I'm finished. Like the video, subscribe
Perfect.
to the channel, do all the things. What the hell was that? Come back. There we go. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Get notified. Click the bell. Okay? We're going to be back on Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern time for the UFC 270 watch along. We'll be watching Francis and Cyril. We'll be watching Moreno and Figuereido and those other three fights
And
that are
eating KFC.
happening. We'll be watching those other three fights live with you. So those will be kind of boring because you don't know who anybody is and it doesn't really matter. So you'll be able to watch us before, the good fights happen. And we'll entertain you with chicken talk or whatever AJ is up to. So that'll be fun Saturday night at 10 o'clock. And then the main events will be amazing, and we'll tell you what happens. If you're not ordering the pay-per-view because it's super expensive, we can tell you what happens. And if you are ordering the pay-per-view, you can listen to us instead of listening to Joe Rogan, which, why not? Why wouldn't you choose us over Joe Rogan? That is ultimately the point. And I will be back here tomorrow night. Super chat. Angelo, thank you. You're the super chat leader once again, my man. Great show, guys. Have a good weekend. Thank you, Angelo. Have a good weekend as well. Have a good night tomorrow night on the roads. Angelo, kill it as always. I'll be back here tomorrow night with Johnny North at 10 p.m. Eastern time right after SmackDown. We'll be talking pro wrestling tomorrow night. We talk a lot of wrestling on this channel, and we'll be doing more tomorrow. SmackDown in Nashville, Tennessee, and it is a live AEW Rampage with a pretty solid card. So that'll be going down tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the Ringside Report Network.
Awesome, man.
You good, AJ?
I'm good, man. I got to get home, man.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow night.